Boogie Bob's on the mic, coming correct with text and neck and wreck and sense, but you don't really hear me though. Hip hop, non-stop, flip-flop, I mob cops at the donut shop and you don't stop. I'm taking the time to rhyme and climb cause I'm inside the house. I got my hand in your mama's blouse. Turn them out, make it scream and shout. No doubt about the clout that I'm shouting out. I'm taking time on the microphone to come correct with the tech to your neck and your collarbone. But don't holler home, nothing don't save you from the fucking whooping that I gave you. I'm a slave to behavior. Criminal minded, I'm blinded, rewind that. You find that? Never mind that, it don't take long to remain strong. So pass the bong and thong till dawn. Hip hop, non-stop, flip-flop, I mop cops at the donut shop and you don't stop. Drop, rock, roll, I got soul, I'm in the hole, and it's all to the good bitch. Taking it, making it, faking, shaking it, breaking them down, telling all these suckers, checking out my sound. I pound my sound around this town. I found, slow down. Let's have a hoedown in your town, you over? Boogie Bob's in the house. Microphone check, 1, 2, 1, 2. What's poppin', everybody? It's your old pal, Boogie Bob. Today is, I know it's February, I just don't know the day. It's like February 2nd or 3rd, and it's approximately 10:45 in the PM. That stands for Prime Meridian. February 2nd, 10:45 PM, and you're watching live on videotape. What's poppin'? Guys, some of you may not know this, but you could become a channel member of the Boogie Bob Show. So I watch the other shows. I don't know what does it cost? 99 cents to join the channel? Every penny goes to feed somebody. I've never taken a penny. You guys can ask Rev. Never one time have I taken a penny from this show. You guys don't have to pay nothing to join this show. Buy no merch. You don't got to do nothing. I don't ask. I'm probably the only YouTuber who doesn't solicit tips. Hey guys, oh, I'm tired, my feet hurt. Smash the like button and make sure you give me money. I don't care about all that. But I'm going on other channels. I see my guys in here who are not members of my channel, but are members to other channels, which is fine. I'm just wondering, is there something I ain't doing right? If you hate my guts, come out and say, Bob, I hate your guts. I like so-and-so better. I'm never going to have a private section where, I went to, someone sent me a link last night. I said, oh, watch so-and-so. He's live right now. I go, and it's, since you can't watch, it's private. There's never going to be that on my channel. Everybody's welcome to watch anything I put up. Even my gay porn snippets, which will be up tonight, RJ. So don't worry about that. You guys can join the channel. Rev will put a link in there. You can buy your damn t-shirts, coffee mugs, or you don't have to buy shit. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? Let's get on with the news. It's at 3 o'clock, judging by my extremely dope-ass watch. I would say it is 3 o'clock. I brought you this story yesterday in a Boogie Bob World exclusive. Shop or my man will shoot. It's a takeoff on the Sylvester Stallone 1986 comedy drama Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, which was his worst movie ever. But this one here was this doctor. He went to a nightclub, a club in Brooklyn. And these guys said, hey, let's go hang out. The cab driver refused to take him back to his car, took him to another club, and then these guys made him go shopping for 2 days. Shop or my man will shoot. Let's get the thumbnail. Let's do one of those crazy ones like this. After this, I'm going to Times Square, but I'm not bringing you with me. It's going to be a private video. Times Square, where I rhymed there on the Bryan stairs. Doctor claims he was kidnapped outside of a club, forced to spend $6,000 on sneakers, hats, and pizza. I lost $6,000 in an ATM. Can you imagine how many sneakers, hats, and pizza I could have had with that? Dr. Michael Batista of Norwalk, Connecticut, says in court filings he got into a fake taxi outside of the Mirage nightclub in Brooklyn, and Anthony Benjamin and Steve Daly allegedly forced him for a weekend-long shopping spree. All right, now we're gonna go over there and you're gonna buy me some sneakers, bitch. You got it. Okay, I want a hat. You got it. I'm hungry. Let's get pizza. Okay, guys, you want pepperoni or? Oh, they fleeced him. By the way, look at the size of this club. I want it. I just don't want my coat checkers to get robbed on their way home with a pocket full of money. Did you guys see the latest video I put on I have a new Instagram page for my coat check business. I haven't released it yet because it's only got like 12 followers or something. It's gonna have thousands before I start advertising on it, but watch this. This is really cool. I think you'll like it. Oh wait, I'm sorry, that's just my girlfriend Bria. Sorry about that. But that was for RJ. I always put up something for RJ. Check this out. This is pretty cool. I always tell you we get really crazy stuff in the coat check. We've had Emmys, Grammys. We checked in a pineapple. We checked in dogs. You guys have seen the video of some of the stuff we checked in. This one came in 2 nights ago. It's a damn orange. It's an orange. Thought you would enjoy that. Somebody checked in an orange. Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? I don't care about that. Here it is. Look at the size of this club. Hey girl. Look at the size of this club. There they are. They went for a shopping spree on this doctor. He went to a club to party, ended up spending 6 racks. Connecticut doctor taken to the cleaners. He spent, this doctor, he claims 2 men kidnapped and forced him on a spending spree. He spent $1,832 on hats. Guys, you know I have 100 hats in my collection. I don't even think I spent that much on my hats. That's crazy. ATM withdrawals, $972.50. Foot Locker, $766. They didn't buy much at Foot Locker. That's like 4 pairs of shoes. Pizza, $24.54. Now they kind of nitpicking when they throw the pizza in here. Kids Foot Locker, $924. They weren't done it. This guy got kids. He says, look, if I'm going to have you buy me shoes, you got to buy my son shoes too, and he's a small. Let's go to the Kids Foot Locker. Then he went to Foxy Fitness and Pole. So my lady needs some leotards. So they spent $1,100. Then he went to the African meat market, the family African meat market, bought $300 worth of steaks because he wanted to get his family some food. Then he went to the Hollywood Delights. I think that's weed. I don't know, $111. And then he went to the Freckle Juice because it's a hard day of shopping. You gotta get thirsty, and he had to wash it down with $137 worth of juice. $6,170 this guy got. Now they're in jail. But it's opened up. They're looking for these 2 guys. The same thing happened, but these guys are dead. I had a serial killer a block from here at Q nightclub where they were basically doing the same thing. It's a gay club. Good looking Puerto Rican guy at the bar says, hey, can I buy you a drink, Poppy? Buys him a drink, throws some fentanyl in there, takes him out to the cab, puts his thumb. Damn it. Give me a second, folks. got one of these. You put your little thumb. Boop, it's open. Get your thumb. And not cool. Not cool. He says, I'll kill you. Batista's voice savior act turned weird. He acted like he was saving him. Oh, your Uber left you? I got you, bro. Come on, let me get in. They get into the car together, then he says, I'll kill you. Made him shop. And if they would have killed him, they probably would have got away with it. That's why a lot of times these victims end up dead. Because you leave a guy alive, and he goes home and he says, hey, two people who stole from me, one's name was Reggie and one's name was Steve. Santos, the lying piece of shit from New York, congressman. He lied about his mom dying in the World Trade Center. She died of cancer like 8 years later. He lied about his grandparents being killed in the Holocaust when they're from Rio de Janeiro. He said he had a brain tumor. He ripped off hundreds of people and was elected. Of course, they found out after the fact, but they should have got rid of him right then. They didn't. He was finally indicted yesterday. So he can share a cell with old Donald Trump. George Santos. He's not the only member of his circle accused of fabricating their backstory. Now we got another one. Samuel Meal, a paid fundraiser for lying Long Island Republican, was indicted by federal prosecutors yesterday for allegedly impersonating a former top aide to Kevin McCarthy. Hi, this is Larry Donald, Kevin McCarthy's next door neighbor. I'm trying to raise money, and then these morons give it to him, and then they find out later. It's all scam. Would you guys get me her phone number? I need to talk to her. She's looking for an apartment to rent, and if she doesn't mind living with me and my ex-wife in a studio apartment in Hell's Kitchen, then I think she would probably be pretty happy sitting between us on the bed watching Netflix. I have all the channels, folks. Hunt for one bedroom ruined by tons of odd costs. One bedroom, $5,000. Curtis Lewa. You know he's been on my show, I don't know, 20 times. I know him. We go way back. I don't agree with his policies, but I respect him. The guy was a founding member of the Guardian Angels, probably saved millions of lives. He was actually had a hit taken out on him, allegedly by a mobster's son, who I won't mention on this. It rhymes with Don Noddy. Don Noddy was shot in a taxi. They tried to take his life. He survived. Now I think he's a maniac, but Curtis Lewa has been taken into custody. Gets busted taking part of a Queens protest against homeless shelters. You guys can see one of my greatest interviews ever. There was a shooting in Times Square. He came out there. There's 7 news crews standing there, and they're just kind of lollygagging around. I'm like, there's Fox, CBS, CNN, World News Tonight, ABC, and they're sitting there not knowing how to approach the guy. I go, excuse me, everybody. I walk up, hey, Kurt, listen, and I interviewed him. And then I got 45 news crews flocking. I got the Boogie Bob worldwide exclusive. I think we should throw that up, Rev. If it's not on the channel, we should definitely look for it. Curtis Lewa, Boogie Bob exclusive. I scooped every single channel. Guys, if you know Kendall Jenner, do not give me your phone number. I don't want it. No thank you. No thank you. Hey, you guys want to hear about this? Hey, girl. What were you saying? Sagittarius, what happened? I don't care. A transplant first. This is a first in the world. A pig kidney reaches month with no rejection. This man right now is walking around with a pig kidney. When he went to sleep last night, his wife tried to chew on him and thought it was bacon. That wasn't fun. That wasn't good. I'm working with no budget here. I got no writers. I'm sure there'll be some kind of pun in here. Oink. Or something. Well, let's see. In a medical breakthrough, NYU Langhorne health surgeon successfully transplanted a pig kidney into a brain-dead man who has now survived the organ over a month. So the man is brain-dead. I don't know. Man's brain-dead. But they gave him they all look happy as hell. This guy's like, yo, I'm getting ready to get me some money. This guy's like, I'm gonna go mop the floor now. Boy stabbed in the belly near a high school. That's a regular old Tuesday out here. I don't know why that's making the paper, but I hope he's okay. A 14-year-old boy was stabbed in the stomach by a group outside of Benjamin Cordoza High School in Queens. Where at, Joe? In the Bronx? No, it's Queens. I just said right there, it's Queens. The victim was attacked around 11:30 a.m. I hope that he makes a full recovery. Cop leak probe into both feds. A New York City cop tipped off her Bronx gangbanger boyfriend. If you're a gangbanger in the Bronx, it's good to have a female girlfriend who's on the NYPD. She'll give you a tip. They're coming to get you on Tuesday. An NYPD cop tipped off her Bronx gangbanger boyfriend about a federal probe, even giving up the name of the key witness and helping him try to dodge a murder rap. Oh, she's going to prison. Gina Mestri, 33, who was with the department unit until last year, shamelessly fed confidential information to the Shooting Boys. That's the name of his gang. I'm a police officer in the Bronx, and I have a boyfriend. Oh, really? What does he do? Oh, he's a gangbanger. He's in the Shooting Boys. Have you heard of him? He's proud. He's very, very proud. Mercy for 9/11 themes. I don't care. So they're saying, hey brother, how are you, man? It's good to see you. They're saying that Hawaii is really, really... Bria's in the house. I'm saying Bria's in the house. Hi, Bria. Bria's in his house. Sorry, guys. Where's Bria? Sometimes people make fake names. They say they're Bria. They're not Bria. If it's Bria, I'll know. Hi, Purple. Hi, Dutchman. How's it going? Irwin's in the house. Hi, Irwin. Hi, Paul. Everybody's in his house. I don't see any Bria. Dutchman wants me to go shoplifting at the Five Below. I've moved up to JCPenney's. I only steal from JCPenney's now. I get a better quality product, I find. Miss Reilly's in the house. Hi, Miss Reilly. Rev's in the house. What is Rev? Hi, Kevin. Guys, I want to talk about Hawaii. As you know, we've lost. Right now, the death toll stands at 111 as I go to press. I'm sure it's more by now. But guys, there is... Oh, look who's here. It's Bria. Bria. Superstar Bria. Man, she's so fine. Look how fine Bria is. Finest girl in the world. Guys, if you want to follow Bria, you can go right to her Instagram page. She has fun. She does cool stuff. She's always out and around. And she's fine as hell. It's Bria BRIA_Simone. It'll come right up. Rev could put her link if you want. Hi, Bria. Hi, baby. Hi, fine ass Bria. That's her nickname, fine ass Bria. Guys, we had 111 so far, the death count. And I don't know why, but you guys see this 357 right there? Was that the address? Where am I looking? Yeah. The 357 is right in my chat. So I keep seeing that number. There it is. That's better. There's Bria. Bria Simone, guys. Make sure you join Bria if you want to see Bria doing her thing, being fine as hell. Look at how fine she is, man. Damn, that's a perfect 10, a dime piece. And she's funny as hell. She's beautiful. She's really smart. She's a damn doctor. I asked my friend, what's your girl do? Oh, she works at Burger King. What's your girl do? Oh, she works at the mall. Well, Bob, what's your girl do? She's a doctor. Very smart, funny, beautiful, kind, good person. Too good for me. That's a fact. I think she might be mentally ill. What is she doing with me? Too good for me. I don't deserve you. Hawaii. 111 confirmed dead. Complete city destroyed. Right now, they're saying that there's over 1,000 people still missing. Now, yesterday they found 64. Yesterday there was like 1,500 people missing. They found 64 in 2 houses. So a lot of people have gone to their neighbors or to a church, and they just haven't checked in with the government or the governing bodies of that city. So I'm hoping that all 1,000 are accounted for. I know they're not. We're going to have, it's, by the way, it's the most deadly wildfire in the history of America, ever. With 111 dead so far, that number will double or triple. It's horrific. Please pray for our friends and loved ones in Hawaii. I cracked a joke the other day. Marjorie Taylor Greene, when asked about Hawaii, she said, I feel really bad about it, but we need to help America first. They're saying it could be a power line. A power line can start the fire, but what made it burn all these houses? Well, look at this one. Every single home is destroyed except this one. Just everybody around it, that's all ashes back there, folks. One house standing. The neighbors are like, I never liked that guy. A single house on a block bordering the ocean in West Maui miraculously survived the wildfires. The 2-story home appears to be unmarked and unharmed. Its white walls and red roof starkly contrasting the hellscape of ashes in their once thriving neighborhood. Even some of the foliage, for you that don't know, that's branches, trees, foliage, plants, around the home made it through the blaze, much to the bewilderment of those on social media who dubbed it the red house that survived Hawaii's wildfires. Trust me, there's going to be plenty. I've already seen a whole lot of conspiracy theories how the government did it because Hawaii was never a state and we want the land back so we can occupy it with the gold mine and this. Guys, please don't go into those conspiracy theories. They're made up by weak-minded morons that think the earth is flat. Joe Biden, he did it. He lit the match. Oh my goodness, no. I was getting ready to go to Times Square after this. Times Square Menace returns. There's the guy, and there's the knife in his hand. There's the guy. You want to go to Times Square and hang out with this guy? This guy was a regular out there. He has returned. The knife stalker kicks in his mom's door. The Blade Wheeling Creep. That's what they call him. That's his nickname. The Blade Wheeling Creep. Caught on camera stalking a group of musicians in Times Square last month, has been arrested again, this time for allegedly bashing his mom's apartment door. Good kid. Good kid. What are you in for? Stole a car. How about you? Grand theft. What about you? I kicked in my mom's door. He's standing in Times Square with his arm on this tourist's shoulder, and he got a damn blade hanging out. That is, I love this city. I always say this is not a bad city. It's a great city. You just run into one of these crazy murderer guys. We've got a hulking escapee on the loose. He's still at large and then some. So they're making fun of this escapee's girth. By the way, ladies, it's not about the length, it's the girth. It's not the motion of the ocean. It's not the size of the boat. I don't know how that. It's the girth of the earth. He's still at large and then some. A hulking Spider-Man-like prisoner who escaped by rappelling down the side of a Manhattan hospital is still on the lam. A week after he made off. His name is Yen Chum Chen. He sounds Asian. I'm not stereotyping. His name is Yen Chum Chen. I had an Asian roommate in college. His name was One Hung Lo. That's not funny. That's horrible. That was almost racist. I apologize. One Hung Lo. He had a very large penis. A week after he made off, Yen Chun Chen, 44, has managed to dodge cops since his daring escape in which he used knotted bed sheets. You see that on a movie. Knotted bed sheets. The first time I went to jail, all the prisoners had made a fishing pole out of newspapers. They roll them up really tight to get them wet, and it's like a broomstick. It's really hard, about 6 feet long. They use that to stick through the bars. Then they had threads off their sheets, and these threads were about 80 feet long, all tied together, all thick. Then they put a bar of soap on the end of the thread, and they put it out the window, and they dropped it down. The guy's name was Michael Stansberry. I knew him from high school. He was a racist. He had 100% whitey, big tattoo, this big, 100% whitey written on his stomach. And he put the broomstick out the window because the bars are here, and the guards had to walk outside the bars, so you couldn't touch the window through the bars. But you could stick a damn broomstick made out of newspapers and threads and bars of soap tied to it as a weight, and dropped it all the way down to the street below. And his girlfriend, Michelle, I can't remember her last name, Michelle went down there and tugged the rope, and they pulled it up, and there's a big ass bag of weed. The soap is gone, but the bag of weed is on there. And I thought to myself, man, these prisoners, they got all the tricks. They know how to do everything in here. Oh, they'll come up with something, making grilled cheese on their radiators. They made, one guy that I sold with for a while, he made pruno. He would take the oranges from his lunch, and get everybody's oranges from his lunch, and put them in, used to get milk out of little paper milk cartons. Put them in that, because you don't have Tupperware in jail. And he would put them in that and store it in the toilet. And after, I don't know, after 8 or 10 days, these oranges would ferment, and it would make pruno. They get all drunk. I never drank that shit. Anyways, these prisoners can come up with anything. This guy used the oldest trick in the book. He tied some bed sheets together. And he lowered himself down in Mount Sinai. He stands at 6'3" and 250 pounds. That's big. Yeah, they're making me feel a little insecure right here. That's a little guy. It's a little bitch compared to me. Sorry. Rudy is furious. Rudy is furious at the RICO charge. Just so you know, when Rudy Giuliani was the mayor, been on my show, by the way. I think I have it here. Did I delete it? I might have. I did. Rudy Giuliani is on the Anishika video where I shook hands with Bloomberg. He wasn't so bad. But Rudy Giuliani, I'm like, God bless you, Rudy. He's like, turned out to be a psychopathic moron. Rudy Giuliani is furious at the RICO charges. This guy, he slammed the Fulton County DA. Now, guys, remember, whenever Trump or Rudy or any of these guys say, it's a witch hunt, they can say whatever they want. They can legally say whatever they want at these rallies, but they can't legally say what they want in court. So all this shucking and jiving and this look over here, don't look over here thing ain't going to work in court. They're going to prison. Mark my words. Mark my words. Does anybody know this girl's phone number? It's really important that I talk to her immediately about renting a place together in the Aspen region of Colorado. Olivia Rodrigo. You go, girl. She's no Bria, but you go, girl. Britney Spears. I just feel so bad for Britney. Britney Spears is worth over $100 million. None of that means anything because Britney Spears is insane. If you've seen her, if you follow her, I don't know if Rudy will be the fall guy. I mean, Rudy is guilty. He'll definitely be convicted. He's facing 13 felonies. He's also bankrupt. All his money that he saved all those years, all his little talking fees, all gone. So there's a reason why Donald Trump has not mentioned Rudy in almost 2 years. And Rudy hasn't mentioned him. Rudy's going to flip. Rudy is a 79-year-old man. I tell you what, when I'm 79, I don't want to spend my last 8 years in prison. That's a death sentence. Getting back to Britney Spears, her husband has filed for divorce. Britney Spears has gone through so much. The drugs that she's on, the pills. I'm not saying she's doing heroin, but the opioids and all that stuff has completely destroyed her. When you see her doing interviews, she just says, guys, you want to see me dance? I can dance now better than I ever danced before, guys. She's insane. It's just horrible. You see her, and she's not Britney anymore. This was a young, beautiful, smart, sweet girl from Louisiana, and she just is not that anymore. That person's gone. And her husband, now, this is her third husband. The first one she was married to was Jason Alexander. They had it annulled after one day. The second husband was Kevin Federline. I actually worked with my producers on his album, considered one of the worst albums ever made. And also a very nice guy, very talented. And then this new guy, I forget his damn name. His name is Sam Ashgari. This is horrible. He has now, of course she had a prenup, but he has said that if she does not null and void the prenup, that he will release very damning, this just came out last night, very damning videos and information about her. Could you imagine what it's like around her place, what kind of stuff he's sitting on? He's probably sitting on a treasure trove. Now that is extortion and blackmail, so I expect him to be arrested soon if indeed those are his comments. If you don't go back on the prenup, I'm going to release these things. Looks like Madonna is back to her best. The Material Girl, God, she almost died. She was in very, very, very bad shape. Had her 65th birthday. Madonna, 65. Now, it's funny because I saw her very first tour, Like a Virgin. I was 20 years old, 20, 21, 22. And now, she's 65 and I'm only 30. I don't know what happened. Did something just happen with my screen? I don't know. It looks like something happened. Now I'm handsome again. I look like a biker from a 70s porno flick. I hope that she's okay. She's going to go on a world tour, and I got a feeling it's going to be very draining on her. Roger Daltrey from The Who, sex symbol. God, this guy's got to be 80. He's 79. Sex symbol status remains a mystery to bandmate and lead singer Pete Townsend. Ooh, it sounds like he's throwing some shade. In 1979, he's now 79, became an international recognized hottie. Yeah, he was a very hot, a very attractive frontman. Who are you? When he did the rock opera Tommy, if you haven't seen it, brilliant film. Also have Elton John in there. You got Tina Turner in there. Made its debut 50 years ago, and Townsend said in a new interview, it continues to haunt him. I mean, he's got short man syndrome, he says. It sounds like he's just having a little fun talking. Guys, I never compliment my friends. I insult all of them. That's what I do. If I ever went to one of my friends, oh my God, are you okay, buddy? You look great today. They would go, where's Bob? Who kidnapped Bob? Let's just see. Chelsea Grammer is in town. I don't care. I don't care. Chuck B. I love Chuck B. Fleeing driver hits biker. That's never been. A woman was knocked off her bicycle and injured when two men fleeing police stop hit her and with their car in the East Village. I hope she's okay. There's a $7 million Bronx mansion for sale. I didn't know they had mansions in the Bronx. I guess they do. I know they have homes in the Bronx, so I guess there's some mansions. The most expensive mansion in the Bronx hit the market last night for a cool $7 million. Alec Baldwin. Alec triggered it. Raps eyed over new forensics. They're saying his whole thing was that he did hold the gun, but he never pulled the trigger. And they're saying he did, and now they have forensic teams that say he did. Alec Baldwin could be charged again in the fatal shooting of Rust cinematographer Hala Hutchins after a bombshell new gun analysis concluded that the trigger was pulled despite his denial. When told of this, Kevin Spacey ran up and grabbed Alec Baldwin's crotch. Now, I don't even know why that would be in here. That I don't like it at all. There's no reason for Kevin Spacey to be involved in this story. Suspended Diplo to teach at Princeton. I don't care. Cam Do Gal. Okay. Cam Do Gal thwarts Perv. Why did he write these headlines? Nobody reads that since all that. They don't even know what they're talking about. Cam, of course, she's a Cam girl. Cam Do, which is a takeoff on Can Do. Gal, which means she's a girl. Thwarts means she stops. Perv, which is RJ. So it should say girl on camera stops RJ. I don't know why they make it so complicated. That doesn't even, I don't even get it. RJ didn't do that. I stand with RJ on this one. A San Diego State University student captured the moment an apparent peeping Tom named RJ. First of all, I don't believe it at all. RJ, I don't. Peeping Tom peered into her bedroom as she watched, terrified, on her door cam. Door cameras are like snitches. I get a note all the time that a UPS guy's in my hallway looking, at apartment numbers. There's no apartment numbers on any of the doors in my apartment. People walk up, they're like this, looking in your peephole. The woman said she was sitting in her bed around 10 p.m. Thursday when her Ring camera sent live video to her phone showing the stranger climbing into her yard. She said she crawled into the room with no windows and called 911. The video shows two police officers searching the area with flashlights, but the intruder had left. I have no video of him exiting, says the woman. She got video of him coming, but not leaving. When RJ was reached for comment, he said, I have no comment. Never give a comment, ever. By the way, guys, you can get a Ring camera right now on Amazon for like $69. It will change your life. You don't. I resisted one for 3 years. I had a package thief stealing shit out of my hallway. I finally went to Amazon and saw that they have mounts that go. I thought, oh, you gotta drill the hole, then you gotta hook it to your doorbell. There's none of that. They got a $20 mount that clamps right to your door. The camera goes in there. And then when someone walks by, you get a little bing bong on your phone, and you go, oh, it's the milkman. Does anybody still have a milkman? How come nobody's outraged that there's no more milkmen? Somewhere there's a bunch of milkmen sitting around going, I used to carry milk to all the... There's no milkmen. That's racism. $1.2 billion for revenge porn pictures. A Texas woman whose ex-boyfriend shared intimate photos of her online, including some taken from her mother's home security cameras, was awarded $1.2 billion. Okay, first of all, this guy is... What is he saying? After a jury ruled she was the victim of revenge porn. A woman who went by the name Jane Doe, or DL, in court, filed a lawsuit on April 22nd against her boyfriend, Marcus Jamal Jackson. In the suit, she says Jackson disseminated explicit images of her across the internet and created a site to house all the images where he showed her family and her co-workers. This is a horrible person. Jackson posted the intimate images of the woman obtained while they were dating onto social media and pornography sites with the internet to embarrass and harass her. In 2022, Jackson reportedly sent DL a message saying, "You will spend the rest of your life trying and failing to wipe yourself off the internet. Everyone you ever meet will hear the story and go looking." The lawsuit alleges that along with the images, Jackson posted full legal name and home address. This is a horrible person. Now, one of my workers called me one night and said, "Bob, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Could you go to Facebook and report this page of my ex-boyfriend, who I knew?" And I go to her page, and her ex-boyfriend, piece of crap, has pictures on his Facebook, huge pictures of her performing fellatio on him. This is a true story, and she's one of my dear friends. If she was here, she'd tell the story. And of course, I reported it after 30 minutes, and I was very, very upset that he would do that. And I thought, what kind of person would do that? And I was talking to her about it, and she goes, "Oh, he hates blowjobs." I go, "What?" I don't even understand. I don't understand that comment. That's insane. He's obviously mentally ill. Anyways, he was kicked off of Facebook, and she's very chill. It didn't even really bother her that much. It would have destroyed me. Would have destroyed me. Tan Mom. I'm going to have her on my show. Not Tan Mom, but my friend I was just talking about. She'll tell the whole story. She, again, would be very casual about it. She was with the guy. He gave her a son. They were together 6 or 8 years. Just to do something like that shows that you are not a good person. Tan Mom. Do you remember Tan Mom? What a horrible... If you guys don't know Tan Mom, she's a regular on the Howard Stern show. At least she was. She was an absolute curmudgeon-y, horrible lady. And she had the most... She made Donald Trump look pale. She was bright orange and brown, and she just had... Yeah, she talked like she smoked 40 cigarettes every 10 minutes. Tan Mom goes to Washington. Or so she hopes. Patricia Kent-Hill. I honestly thought she'd be dead 30 years ago. She's now 55. She looks 120. I'm not putting her down. It's just that her whole thing is she was addicted to tanning. She has a 5-year-old daughter. So New Jersey. She was convicted. That's right. I remember she was convicted for taking her 5-year-old daughter to a tanning salon. 5-year-old daughter. Had her tanning for an hour in a booth in New Jersey. She now wants to run for Senate in Florida. The former Nutley resident and now lives in Boca Raton has filed paperwork to challenge incumbent GOP Rick Scott. I don't know who's worse. I think I'll vote for her over him. Texas girl. This is horrible. if you have kids in the room, get them out of here. Texas girl 11 raped and then killed in Texas. A Texas dad came home to find his 11-year-old daughter had been and left for dead under his bed 5 hours after she alerted him to a stranger at their door. Carmelo Gonzalez, 32, told Fox 26 he just reached work when his daughter Maria texted him at 10 a.m. Saturday to say someone was knocking at their Pasadena door. I told her, do not open that door, and she responded, I am in bed. I pray, and I want you to pray with me. Heavenly Father, may they catch this person, this monster, so that he doesn't do it again and so that he can suffer. If not on earth, in a prison cell, or killed, but when he meets his maker. Did you guys see the story I put up yesterday? Fantastic. I think I probably deleted it. I did, unfortunately. I deleted it. You guys can see it on my channel. This young girl right here just turned, let's say, 20. Well, 20 years ago, a nurse found her in the bathroom stall at a hospital, on the floor behind the toilet. The nurse rushed over to save her life, took her in, and that young girl, who's now a full-grown woman, was adopted by a white family. I think it's Long Island. I'm pretty sure it's Long Island. They adopted her. They already had a biological white son, but they also had an adopted black son. Now, this black son and this black daughter were both discarded a year and a half after each other. So the black boy was adopted. He was found behind a dumpster at like a library. And this white family adopted him. This young black girl was found behind a toilet, and they adopted her a year and a half later. Now that they're full-grown adults, the family said they wanted to find out what their lineage was, what their heritage was, who their family was. So they did a DNA test, the boy and the girl. Both adopted, both saved. The boy was saved from a dumpster. The girl was saved from a toilet a year and a half later. The girl's results come back and they say, congratulations, you have a brother. She's like, oh, wow. Yeah, it's the brother that they also adopted. It is the most bizarre story. It's one of the most beautiful videos I've ever put up. Rev, if you could put the link, I'd appreciate it. They turned out to be, they were both discarded like trash. I think David Young said it best, was the fact that a woman, a mother who gave birth to these, would do it 2 times. How many times did they do it? I don't know. Maybe the mother felt she couldn't handle the child, so she left it at the hospital knowing somebody would find it, or left it at the library knowing someone would find it. I'm glad they didn't throw it in a sack in the woods somewhere. So the daughter and the son, both adopted, both thrown out like trash, ended up being from the same mother and father. That is the most remarkable story I've ever seen. And if you get a chance, I think this is the thumbnail. You can see it right on my channel. I posted it last night. I saw the story, I had to post it, because I don't get enough good stories on my channel. I'm not doing it. Ladies, some of you are single, and I know you're looking for Mr. Right. Boom. Here he is, ladies. Here he is. He's single. He's got horns on his head, so you're never going to lose him in a crowd. I don't know if the glasses are a tattoo or not. I'm going to find out. He's got his whole face tattooed, his nose. I believe his penis might be tattooed. Incredible. Fiend. Ink. Incredible Fiend. That's not bad. I can't hate on that. It's got 666 tattooed on his head, so he's, at least he believes in stuff. A Las Vegas man with a heavily tattooed face that includes a bizarre set of inked eyeglasses. I was right. I thought they were real. They are real. The guy, first of all, should the guy who tattooed him be punched in the face and thrown in jail as well? It looks like he's from Brooklyn, lady, so you might be in luck. A Las Vegas man with heavy tattooed face that includes a bizarre set of inked eyeglasses. It makes him look distinguished. Very smart, has been charged with murder after his girlfriend was found shot to death. Him? Murder? No way. No way. I can picture on TV now his neighbor going, he seemed like such a nice guy. Stayed to himself. I can't believe he'd do something like that. He should murder his tattoo artist. You guys been seeing a guy on the TV, he's got the glasses, he should have killed his tattoo artist. James Gina III, 50, was arrested by Las Vegas police on Tuesday after reports of possibly injured person in a home on Golden Arrow Drive. When police arrived, they found Gina and his deceased girlfriend. Police called Gina a suspect but did not reveal a possible motive for the killing. He was booked into jail on open murder involving a deadly weapon and owning and possessing a firearm by a prohibited person, which means he's a felon. The girlfriend identity, cause of death will be released. Gina's mugshot shows an array of tattoos, including bull horns, that run from his temple to the bottom of his head. The ink spectacles and dark mask tattoo covering his lower. He got the mask for COVID, so at least he's COVID friendly. By the way, I told you ladies he's single now. If you don't mind the guy who might kill you, give him a call. A New Jersey Supreme Court sided with a Catholic school that fired a teacher for having premarital sex after she told them she had become pregnant. Imagine. A Catholic school. She was not married. She had premarital sex. I believe she has a very, very hefty lawsuit. And if it's a Catholic church, they got the money. A New Jersey Supreme Court sided with the Catholic school. Well, maybe she ain't going to get a lawsuit. They sided with the Catholic school. Now that's the New Jersey Supreme Court. That ain't the Supreme Court. And of course, if she gets to the Supreme Court, they're religious zealots. So I think that they will side with the church. And she was fired for having premarital sex after she told them she had become. Yeah, babe. Babe, I'm doing my show. I'm still here. Everybody was saying hi to you. I'll call you as soon as I'm done. Said she clicked the live and we weren't there no more. Why is she lying? Why is she lying? All right, new abort pill limits. Missing boy off IKEA pier. Give me some good news in here somewhere. Police are frantically searching for an autistic 9-year-old boy who likely wandered into Red Hook channel in Brooklyn Wednesday night. We had a kid, an autistic boy, in the Brooklyn channel several years ago. We were hoping that he turned up. He was nonverbal. We were hoping he turned up in Times Square somewhere because he liked Times Square, but they found him dead like a month later. Guys, a lot of you don't know, maybe some of you do, that New York City is an island. Manhattan is an island. We're surrounded by water. We have the bay out there. We have the ocean out there. So a lot of these people go turn up missing out in these waterways. The East River, the Hudson River, the mighty Hudson. The nonverbal boy was last seen wearing a black shirt, blue shorts, and orange Crocs. in the IKEA store just before 9 p.m. Surveillance footage captures him walking out the rear of the store, leading directly to the boardwalk in the pier. Though there has been no sign of the child, his orange Crocs were recovered from the water. Frantic family members were spotted working with the dozens of cops within the roped-off section. Multiple divers from the New York Police Department were searching for the child in the channel waters. A slow-moving police boat also cruised the still waters. Just so you know, guys, it's not a lake. When Captain Sullivan wrecked the plane on 48th Street in the water, I ran down there. By the time I even got there, the plane, it's a Hudson River. It's a river. It's just going down the river. So if the boy did drown, he's not going to be right below the pier. He's going to be 2 or 3 miles away, and there's a lot of water to search. I'm not doing that. Activists plague of rats. Rats in New York? No way. No freaking way. I do not believe for a moment there's any rats in New York. That doesn't even sound like. 2 died from seawater infection. 2 residents of Connecticut died in July after being infected with a bacteria found in shellfish. Shellfish. I think shellfish are a little selfish. Bacteria. This shellfish will kill your ass. It says in the Bible, do not eat shellfish. It also says don't eat bacon and don't get a tattoo or wear, I don't know, I didn't even know they had polyester back then. But if you look it up, Google it right now. That's why when these people take the Bible too literally, these are the ones that say, it says in the Bible, if you work on the Sabbath, you should be put to death. He's going to be put to death for working on a damn Saturday. It says that if you get a tattoo, you should be put to death. That's half of Earth. I don't have it. I always wanted to get one, but I don't know what it is. If you eat shellfish, you're put to death. If you eat swine, put to death. If you wear polyester, look it up. I know my Bible. I'm an ordained minister. Look it up. Anyways, they were right about this. If they were right about all seafood, I'd be dead because I eat shrimp non-stop. I got 4 shrimp in my pocket right now from Long John Silver's. A 3rd resident was hospitalized. The infection caused by the Vibrio vulgaris bacteria. All 3 cases occurred in people between 60 and 80. I'm a dead man walking. Teen murdered beau pal in crash. Look at this. Now guys, I was 20-something. I did a lot of horrific stuff behind the wheel of a car and on motorcycles. I would pop wheelies with girlfriends on the back. One time I popped a wheelie with a guy on the back and both his feet went over my head and he had convulsions, the ambulance came. So I've done some pretty stupid stuff, and I understand when you're a teenager you do stupid stuff. Driving 130 miles an hour on a motorcycle, taking your hands off the handlebars. I was almost killed on a motorcycle about 30 times. One time I was killed. But don't look it up because there was no internet back then. Teen murdered beau pals in crash. Guilty! Mackenzie Trilla. That's got to be her. She looks guilty. She's like, Mackenzie Trilla, far right, 19, appears shocked when an Ohio judge on Monday finds she intentionally killed her boyfriend Dominic Russo, 20, and his friend Davin Flanagan, 19, by driving into a brick wall at 100 miles an hour. You ever been there? You're arguing with your loved one. Hey, shut up! I hate you! I'll kill you! You shut up! You're bothering me! And you just want to go run into a damn head-on into a truck? That's what happened. She did not do that on accident. I promise you. An Ohio teen is facing life in prison after being convicted of murdering her. She lived because she had the airbag. Convicted of murdering her boyfriend and his friend by deliberately driving her car into a brick wall at 100 miles an hour, the judge said. She was literal hell on wheels. Mackenzie Shrilla sobbed in court as she was found guilty of 4 counts of murder for the July 22 crash that killed her boyfriend Dominic Russo, 20, and fellow passenger Davion Flanagan, 19. These kids did nothing, both from Cleveland. This was not a reckless driving. This was murder. She had a mission, and she executed it with precision, said the judge, who was not related to the boyfriend, same last name. She was 17, and they were months-long fling was on the outs. She was like, if you can't, I can't have you, no one can. Decision was death. Skrilla of Strongville was also found guilty of 4 counts of felonious assault and 2 counts of aggravated vehicular homicide. Her conviction carries an automatic sentence of life in prison with no opportunity for parole for 15 years. She'll be out. Security video captures Shrilla acting with purpose and intent by flooring her Toyota Corolla. I didn't even know a Toyota Corolla could do 100 miles an hour. Moments before it jumped a curb and careened into a brick warehouse. She morphs from a responsible driver to a literal hell on wheels as she makes her way down the street. Mackenzie, alone, made the decision to drive that car into that structure, a route that she had visited a few days before. She actually scouted out the terrain. She chose the time to make the drive early in the morning when a reasonable person would expect a few people would be nearby to witness it or offer life-saving assistance. 6:15 a.m. First of all, what the hell are they all doing up that early? People get up, hi, how are you? People get up that early? That sounds crazy. Russo in the passenger seat and Flanagan in the back were both declared dead at the scene. Shrilla was found unconscious with her fuzzy Prada slippers still on the accelerator. When she woke up at the hospital after the accident, the doctor said she displayed grief, guilt, and shame about what happened, with the state's attorney also to... interesting story, but so sad that you would do that to someone else. That makes you a piece of shit, in my book. This is the one that conned all of New York. I am Countess from Yugoslavia. You will go to me, Long Island. We will go Long Island. I take you. They did a whole movie on her on Netflix. It's insane how good she was. She would befriend you at the most swankiest places in New York. She was a multi-millionaire heiress from the Ukraine or wherever she was from. And then she would befriend you and she would take you to the Waldorf, buy you dinner, and lavish these beautiful nights. Come with me, we will buy you Prada bag. Buy you a Prada bag. What they didn't know, she was taking money from others to buy you that. And then when she got you comfortable for the grift, she would say, oh, I would like to take you to Long Island for shopping spree, but I lose my purse. So now you give me $20,000, I pay you back tomorrow. You know I'm rich. But you ain't rich, you work at Taco Bell. A real apology from the fake heiress? No way. Notorious Soho swindler Anna Sorokin, a.k.a. Anna Delvey, has offered a mea culpa for her crimes. The Russian-born grifter. If you want to check that out, it is amazing. She's a grifter. I forget the name of the damn thing, but I'm not going to look it up. Anybody knows her number? Why don't we get on with the horoscopes? Everybody always wants to. Just looking to see if there's anything else going here. RJ, the paperboy, dropped all the charges, so you're good, my friend. I mean, I love RJ. He's always up to something. You gotta watch RJ. Watch. England beat Australia 3-1. Remember, Australia was going to have a national holiday for the women's soccer team if they could only win the World Cup. They did not. They lost 3-1. The Australian Prime Minister said if these girls win, they will be national heroes. If they lose, they're all whores and I hate them. And I don't think that was nice of him to say something like that. I think it was actually pretty detestable. And then they lost. It wasn't nice what he said. That's like what happens when I play the lotto. And I tell you, oh, I love you very much, but if I win, your pizza's a crap. Don't call me. And then when I lose, the next day I do the mea culpa and say, I apologize. I don't know what got over me. It's not like me to call you pieces of crap when I win the lotto. It's, Your Honor, I lost the lotto. If I would have won the lotto, I wouldn't have. Shall we? Shall we do what we do when we do what we want to do? Screw you, your crew, and your dad, and your mama, too? I bring the drama, fool, period, comma, fool. Forget Donald Trump. Bring back Obama, fool. I make it happen, rapid, 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 pistol whipping, honey, dipping, pip, about to slip and flip it, bang, bang, shoot up, can't come back with a gangster track, get me, I can't come back. I think it's Virgo. Virgo, it may feel as if events outside your control are putting a brake on your activities, but that could be a good thing. At this time of year, it's best to take things at a slow and measured pace. Your time to shine will come soon enough. Libra. Joe, do you know any Libra? It is me. This one's for Joe. It's not like you to worry about what other people think about your actions, so why worry now? Someone out there, DJ Pimp. DJ Pimp's in the house. Whatever the reason you need to get past it because the decisions you are about to make will cause some concern, that's a problem for them, but not for you. Let's let the winds of fate get this one. Capricorn. Where's my Cap gang at? Capricorn. The message of the stars now is that although it might be easier to run away from your troubles, they will catch up with you at a later date. So why not deal with them now? If you face your problems head on, they won't be problems for long. Last but not least, we have Sag Gang. Sag Gang. Stand up, Sag Gang. It may be the case that your rivals have the upper hand at the moment, but that does not have to last much longer. Even though you are on the defense now, you can easily turn things around and get yourself on the front foot again. I like it. I don't know what the hell it means, but I like it. Shall we do what we do when we do what we want to do? Birthdays. I remember when birthdays was the worst days, and now we drink champagne when we're thirsty. Birthdays. Hold on a second, guys. Bria, call me on my other phone. Birthday, I'm not wishing you a birthday. A little pump. A little douche. I'm waiting for one of these new rappers to be called Little Douche. Little Pump, you're not getting it. We got some heavy hitters, though, today. We got a couple. First one up, Robert De Niro. Isn't De Niro money? Robert the Money. He is a Leo. Birthday's August 17th. That's today. He's 80 years old. Legendary actor who won an Academy Award for Best... Hi, babe. Are you going there now? Okay. I know. You just call me when you're on 42nd Street. I have to go to the T-Mobile store in Times Square, so I'm going to head there in about 5 minutes. So just either way, call me when you get off. All right, bye. Oh no, you're going to do what I say you're going to do. He won Academy Award for Best Actor for his role as Jake LaMotta in 1980 boxing film Raging Bull. He also won Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for Vito Corleone in The Godfather Part 2. Met him at Manhattan Plaza, and I pulled up on my bike, and I had a camera with me, one of the little piece of crap cameras, and I went to him. He was sitting out there at a table, and I go, like he's deaf. He went, turned around. I go, what a douchebag. Most losers would have went up and went, hey, how's it going? What are you eating, shrimp? Hey, how you? I don't do that. Never did do that. I should have. I got a great picture of me and Al. Okay, what do we got going here? Mark Saling, Joyner Lucas, one of the best rappers in the world. Donnie Wahlberg. Met Donnie when he was just, the group was huge. Nice kid. He was the tough one of the group. Boy band out of Boston. Saint Maurice Starr, who was the guy who put on New Edition, also was the same ones who put on New Kids on the Block. Oh. The right stuff. Donnie Wahlberg was the bad boy of the group. He even got arrested one time for trying to light a hotel on fire. He's the older brother of Mark Wahlberg, who I also met at the very launch of his career. Sean Penn. Sean Penn will be happy to punch you in the face if you ask him for an autograph. It says here I got no internet, so I can't read up about him. Marcus Garvey, the great civil rights leader. They have wonderful statues to him. Iconic leader of the black nationalist and Pan-Africanism movement, who believed that all Americans and Europeans of African descent should return to Africa. He was a segregationist. He was like, yo, they don't want to screw them. We'll go build a kingdom better than theirs. He worked as a timekeeper on a banana plantation. He founded the University of Negro Family Life. He married 1922. He was influenced by correspondence by Booker T. Washington, Marcus Garvey. Or as Ted Cruz calls him, a troublemaker. Him and that damn Rosa Parks. The biggest thing that they're doing right now in Florida is they're saying that black folks actually benefited. They learned a lot during slavery. This is what they're going to be teaching. I don't want to hear any arguments. I don't talk about it if I don't know about it. They actually learn skills. They learn how to pick cotton. Some of them learn how to work on horses and make dinner. This is not what we should be teaching. What we should be teaching is, do I got any boogers? I don't think so. That's my ward. This is Henry. He's been hanging around for the last 20 years. Or as the ladies call him, French tickler. That was gross. I'm sorry. We should be teaching our schools about America, warts and all. Warts and all. Slavery was horrible. You cannot whitewash it. Own it. I didn't do it. My father didn't do it, but my great-great-great-granddaddy did it, and people who built this country did it, and they built it on the backs of free labor. 100 years of rape and torture and just absolute genocide of racist, historic documents, teach you, you don't love your God, you love Jesus. Just stuff that we did that was horrible, and it needs to be taught. That's a fact. Can't say it didn't happen. Can't say they benefited from it. You would never say that the Holocaust, Jews benefited from the Holocaust because some of them learned how to cut barbed wire and make bullets. No, it's wrong. And like Germany takes full responsibility. Every governor, senator over there takes full responsibility for the atrocities that happened in World War II. And do you know that to this day, if you do this in Germany, you're arrested? There's no statues of Hitler in Germany. You'll be arrested. But it's taught in their schools. And we need to continue to teach what we did here. We should also teach about the encampments for our Japanese interned prisoners of war. When we were, lots of Japanese folks lived here in the 1940s. Hey girl. That was a guy. Sorry, I take it back. I walked it here. And they were all thrown in prisoner of war camps during the World War II. Wasn't right. We need to own it. We need to own up our mistakes and move on to be bigger and better than we were. Belinda Carlisle. Man, I used to love her. She's the lead singer of the Go-Go's. Here we are now, walking down the street. She did solo songs like Leave the Light On. I don't know anything about Madam, About You. Our Lips Are Sealed. That was a good one. She was a good one. She was a good one. She was fine too. We're still doing it. And now we're going to do famous deaths. We do not celebrate their deaths unless it's Hitler. What's today's date? 8/17. Famous deaths. All right, here we go. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Famous deaths. Vivian Vance. You guys know who Vivian Vance is? Anybody? Vivian Vance was pretty famous. Anybody know? I'm only going to give you 10 more seconds. Vivian Vance. It's Ethel. Look at all these winners. Everybody in here. RJ's going to buy dinner for everybody. So guys, make sure you contact RJ. It's a free filet-o-fish dinner from RJ for getting the trivia question right for the day. Hey, what's up, Playboy? How you feeling? Vivian Vance was Ethel. Ethel Mertz. Pearl Bailey. African-American singer and actress who won a Tony Award for her performance of the all-black Broadway cast of Hello, Dolly. Can you imagine? An all-black cast of Hello, Dolly. That had to have been, a lot of white folks was like, what? That's outrageous. Well, hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. I'm so glad to have you back where you belong. You're looking swell, Dolly. I can tell, Dolly. I don't see anybody else here I give a crap about or know. Arthur Hiller, he was a director. I don't know. He did Love Story. What a beautiful movie. I don't got nothing else here. Guys, it's starting to rain. I have to go meet Bria. We bought her kids an air mattress. Really great air mattress. You push a button, it blows up, pops within 2 hours. I should tell them you shouldn't play on the bed holding knives. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, guys. Rev, could you put up our membership again if anybody is interested? You guys can join the channel. You guys can tell me what you think would be better for the channel. Look, guys, I do a news show every day. I know that doing a news show is the same old thing. It gets stale. Rev's told me a bunch of times it gets stale. I agree. I can't. What do you want me to do? I read you the crap that happens. I enjoy reading the news. I try my best to make it as airy and light as possible. I think maybe I just need to start doing this news with my shirt on. I think, hi ma'am, hi sir. I think I have a very sexy chest, but I have no hair. Look, I didn't shave. I just got no hair. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing the news wearing my new shorts. I just got some new shorts. I think you guys are going to like. They're a little tight, but I think I'm going to look good in them. These are good. I'm going to be wearing these tomorrow. So maybe it'll increase the viewership. My ass is very nice. I was voted best ass in high school. So, and most of the guys who voted were guys. So I don't know what that says. Thank you for tuning in. As always, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for having the best chat. Please be kind, loving, and good to each other. Acceptance is the only way to go. If you're not kind, I'll punch you in the face. Sorry. I'll talk to you later. God bless you. I gotta go see Bria. I'm gonna go see Bria. Bria wouldn't want to be ya.